Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning, all my dear students of 10th standard. So, here I am with the second lesson of your supplementary reader textbook. Name of the lesson is The Thief's Story. So, children, The Thief's Story is first of all written by Ruskin Bond. You know, Ruskin Bond is one of the very famous writers of India, and he has been awarded by Sahitya Akademi Award in 1994. In 1999 he has been awarded Padma Shri Award, and 2014 he was awarded Padma Bhushan Award. So now we can imagine how beautiful the story must be, which is written by such a prominent writer. The Thief Story. Let us see the introduction. A young boy makes friends with Anil. Anil trusts him completely and employs him. Does the boy betray his trust or not? So basically, the story is about a young boy who's a thief by profession and who's merely 15 years old. And he makes friends with Anil. And Anil is a 25-year-old young man. So let us see what is this story about. I was still a thief when I met Anil, and though only 15, I was an experienced and a fairly successful hand. Fairly successful hand means, children, to be perfect in something. Anil was watching a wrestling match when I approached him. He was about 25, a tall, lean fellow, and he looked easygoing, kind, and simple enough for my purpose. I hadn't had much luck of late, and though I might be able to get into the young man's confidence. You look a bit of wrestler yourself, I said. A little flattery helps in making friends. So do you, he replied, which put me off for a moment because at that time I was rather thin. Well, I said modestly, I do wrestle a bit. What's your name? Hari Singh, I lied. I took a new name every month that kept me ahead of the police and my former employers. After this interaction, Anil talked about the well oiled wrestlers who were grunting, lifting, and throwing each other about. I did not have much to say. Anil walked away. I followed casually. Hello again, he said. I gave him my most appealing smile. I want to work for you, I said, but I can't pay you. I thought that over for a minute. Perhaps I had misjudged my man. I asked, Can you feed me? Can you cook? I can cook. I lied again. If you can cook, then maybe I can feed you. He took me to his room over the Jamna sweet shop and told me I could sleep on the balcony. But the meal I cooked that night must have been terrible because Anil gave it to a stray dog and told me to be off. But I just hung around, smiling in my most appealing way, and he couldn't help laughing. Later, he patted me on the head and said, Never mind, he would teach me to cook. He also taught me to write my name and said he would soon teach me to write whole sentences and to add numbers. I was grateful. I knew that once I could write like an educated man, there would be no limit to what I could achieve. It was quite pleasant working for Anil. I made the tea in the morning and then would take my time buying the day's supplies, usually making a profit of about a rupee a day. I think he made a little I think he knew I made a little money this way, but he did not seem to mind. Okay, so here, children, we see that the story starts from the point where the two main characters of the story meet. Who are the main characters? Anil and the thief. The thief is the narrator of the story, and the thief says that according to him, he was pretty good at stealing. Anil was watching a wrestling match. So here we are. Anil was watching a wrestling match when the thief approached him. Now, Anil was really tall, lean, and easygoing man of 25. So, the thief had not committed any theft in the past few days as he did not get a chance. He thought that Anil would be a good man to steal things from. So he thought about getting comfortable with him. Then the thief commented on Anil that he looks like a wrestler himself. He said that to win his confidence by flattering him. Okay. Then the thief commented on Anil that he looks like a wrestler himself. Okay, so to this, Anil replied that even the thief looked like a wrestler, which offended him, as he was very thin at that time. The thief modestly replied that he did wrestle a bit sometimes. Anil asked his name, and the narrator lied that his name was Hari Singh. Now, the narrator used to change his name every month to escape the police and his ex employers. Then they started talking about the well oiled wrestlers whom they watched on the screen. The narrator did not have much to say as he did not know much about wrestling. As Anil was leaving, the narrator again approached him and asking him that he wanted to work for him. Now, children, the narrator approached him with the most appealing smile that he could. Anil told him that he won't be able to pay him for his work. So, in this part of the story, we see that Hari had not expected this reply and thought to himself that he had misjudged Anil, as he had thought that Anil had a lot of money. Now the narrator then asked if he could feed him to which Anil instantly asked if Hari could cook. क्या तुम्हें खाना पकाना आता है? अगर आता है तो मैं तुम्हें खाना दे सकता हूँ. Hari Hari lied again and he said yes. Anil replied that if Hari could cook, then he could feed him. Both of them went to Anil's room, which was above the Jamna sweet shop. Now, Anil also told Hari that he could sleep in the balcony. The narrator said that the mean that he cooked must have been terrible, as Anil had to give it away to a stray dog. Okay, so the meal that he cooked that night, that Hari Singh cooked that night was really terrible, was so bad that the food had to be given to a stray dog. Now, then he told Hari to go and sleep, but Hari decided to stay for a while. Now, Hari's smile was so appealing that Anil could not stop laughing, looking at him. After some time, Anil patted on Hari's head. Okay, and he said that he would teach him to cook. He also told him how to write his name and told him that he would soon teach him to write full sentences and add numbers also. Hari was grateful for what Anil was planning, as he knew that there would be no limits to his work once he knew how to write. Now, Hari enjoyed. Here he says it was quite pleasant working for Anil, means Hari enjoyed working for Anil. Okay. And he used to make tea for him in the morning, and then he used to go out to buy groceries for the day. He would also keep 1 rupee in his pocket every day from the money that Anil used to give him for daily groceries. Anil also knew that he took a rupee every day, but he did not mind. He was fine with it, he was okay with it. Okay. From here, Anil made money by fits and starts. He would borrow 1 week and lend the next. He would keep worrying about his next check, but as soon as it is arrived, he would go out and celebrate. It seems he wrote for magazine. A quiver way to make a living. Quiver means very strange. One evening, he came home with a small bundle of notes saying he had just sold a book to a publisher. At night, I saw him tuck the money under the mattress. I had been working for Anil for almost a month, and apart from cheating on the shopping, had not done anything in my line of work. I had every opportunity for doing so. Anil had given me a key to the door and I could come and go as I pleased. He was the most trusting person I had ever met, and that is why it was so difficult to rob him. It's easy to rob a greedy man because he can afford to be robbed, but it's difficult to rob a careless man. Sometimes he doesn't even notice he is being robbed, and that takes all the pleasure out of the work. Well, it's time I did some real work. I told myself, I'm out of practice. And if I don't take the money, he will only waste it on his friends. After all, he doesn't even pay me. So, here, when it is said that Anil here it is written, Anil made money by fits and start. Children, here he means that Anil did not have any regular income, as he used to earn money by doing different activities. He did not have any fixed job. Now the narrator says that Anil used to be worried about his paychecks all the time, but as soon as he would receive a check, he would go out with his friends and celebrate. The narrator thinks that he used to write for magazines. Now, the narrator also thinks it to be a strange way to make money. Then, suddenly, what happens is one evening, Anil came home with some money and told Hari that he had just sold a book to a publisher. Before going to bed, Anil put the money under his mattress. उसने उस पैसे को अपने गद्दे के नीचे रख दिया. And Hari saw him putting the money there. Hari thought that he had been working for Anil for almost a month now, and he had not cheated him apart from the 1 rupee that he used to take out daily. Okay, so the narrator also thinks that he had every chance to steal, as Anil had also given him the key to his room, as well as he could come and go whenever he wished to do so. So Hari Singh had been trusted upon by Anil the most. Now Hari had not been trusted upon by anybody else in his whole life. This was the only thing that was stopping Hari Singh from stealing, as Hari thought that it was easy to rob a greedy man because he has the capability or the money to get robbed, as he knows about what he has lost. But for careless men like Anil, there was no use to steal, as they sometimes don't even come to know that they have been robbed. So Hari feels that when someone doesn't come to know that he has been robbed, then there is no fun left in stealing, okay, in robbing him. So Hari Singh decided that he would start with some work. Now his real work, what was his real work? To steal. He had not robbed anyone for a long time. He also justified his act of stealing Anil's money by telling himself that if he did not steal it, then also Anil would waste his money on his friends. He also thought that he had a right over the money, as Anil did not even pay him for the work he used to do. Okay. So, children, here I end my lecture today. We'll do the other part of the story in the second video. Please take care of your health, and if you don't understand some part of the story, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you and have a great day.